Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, this is How to App on iOS. And today, I'm going to damage your brain with a little bit of
Replicant 3 by
audio damage.
But first, we're going to kick off with an artist you need to hear. She's amazing. You'll think so too. This is Viv Sparrow, Bigger the Heart.
You've got me where you found me, losing my mind. I'm picking up the pieces that you left behind. I'm screaming while I'm driving through these city lights, 'cause I don't know what to do to make us be alright. I don't know what to say. I could have stayed with you tonight. Who you gonna run to after all your dreams come true? Who's gonna fall in love with you? Gonna be your baby then. I still go to the places we used to go, but you're not there. Empty spaces and faces I don't know. I woke up again to the sound of your voice. I was alone. I don't know what to do. I don't know what it takes. I guess the bigger the heart, the harder it breaks. Who you gonna run to after all your dreams come true? Who's gonna fall in love with you? Who's gonna be your baby? Who's gonna be your after all this time? Oh. I'm picking up the pieces that you left behind.
Whoa, wait, hey, what's going on there? YouTube's getting a bit excited. Hey, gang, what's going on? Viv Sparrow. Wow, man. Wow. The bigger the heart. Now, if that didn't melt your heart right then you must be a white nationalist Republican who wants to murder trans people, right? Because maybe even those people's hearts got melted from that song. a bit impossible, but maybe. But awesome stuff. There's a link I've pinned to the top of the chat. So go and subscribe to her. Go check her out, all right, because she's awesome. What are you talking about, Jim? What? You want me to do my Stone Cold Steve Austin? What? Anyway, that was awesome. What the hell was that guy, Jade? You watching videos about ambient music? Yeah, I'm watching videos. Listen, Audible, I watch videos about lots of things. I just don't sit around watching hippie for 19 hours a day. I've got other things that I watch. Is that okay with you? Anyway, welcome, guys. Welcome to the show. And my reference to, I didn't say trans Republicans at all, Jim. Listen to what I said. I said white nationalists who hate trans people. That's what I said. Anyway, I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. I hope you're all doing good. Today we're going to be looking at a really cool app again. Yeah, a really cool app. Another glitchy kind of app like yesterday. But this one's got a very different, totally different. What the fuck is that on my shoulder? Somebody could have told me. What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. Must have left the window open last night. Anyway, so welcome aboard. It's one of those days, man. It is one of those days. This is How to App on iOS. Welcome to our War Warriors, people who play for, who are part of the War Warriors. Man, I had no sleep last night. I have a very big hospital appointment today that I'm utterly nervous about. So if I'm a little bit odd today, just I don't know what to tell you. I got my ultrasounds back yesterday, and I went and had a look at them. They're not looking good. But anyway, we're good. So we're going to have some fun today and forget all that shit. And we're going to stop the pigeon. That's what we're going to do. So let's bounce. Let's say hello to you all here. So hello, Jim Shannon on sounds, Leela, who just played a great set, Viv Sparrow, who you just heard from. There's a comment pinned to the top of the chat. Go subscribe. Go check out all her music. She's amazing. She'll blow your mind. Absolutely sick stuff. And yeah, maybe she'll come on the show soon. I've asked her to come on the show for an interview, so that would be really cool. Thomas, thanks for posting the link to join. Become a member. Only costs $1. Viv, there's where's all the comments? Cold Acre, what's going on? Who else does I see? So Jim, hello Jim. Blue Unicorn, what's going on? Do I see this guy here? Holy hell, I haven't seen you for a while. It is the one and only
Doctor's orders. Welcome, Doctor.
Good to see you, Doctor's orders. Hope you're doing well. Audible. Who else? Man, this chat thing. Hopefully they'll fix this soon. I'm not going to click on anymore because it's doing my head in. Hi, Feisty Feather, Robbie Stingle. Who else is here that I may have missed? Let me scroll. I think I've got most of you. If I've missed you, to call me names in the chat. I probably deserve it. Yeah, Princess. Hello, Princess. Let me scroll back down to the bottom. Hello. Hope you're all doing good. All right, let's bounce over here. Unfortunately, last night I didn't get a chance to do my usual and put together a piece of music to demo the app. It just wasn't well enough. This is life. It is what it is. So we got something at least to look at anyway. We got some music. So nothing's really changed on the price drops here. Nembrini have a crap load of guitar apps that are on sale, which are, well, not guitar apps, they're analog rack mounts pretty much. So you got flangers, guitar equalizers, rack reverb, rack phaser, rack screamer, bass equalizer, rack fuzz, rack tremolo, and they're all $2 each. It's very, very cheap. $4.99 for TalkWorks from 4 Pockets. Yeah, another great app. Phase Musant. Wow, someone's had no sleep last night. I don't even know what day it is. Boom, getting off to a good start. We're doing well. We're looking at Replicant today. Guess what? It's $3. It's $2.99. Trust me, if you like this app today, get it today. Get it ASAP because it's going to go up to 3 times the price. It is a new pricing system that Audio Damage have introduced. They have said that they're sick to death of getting people leaving shitty reviews on the App Store instead of contacting the developer for issues. Let me just say this while we're here. If you ever buy an app, right, from the App Store and there's a problem with it and there's something wrong with it, don't go to the App Store and write a shitty review. Don't do it. There's a little link, right, that you can always go and find the developer and send them an email. Tell them about it. Because when you leave a review on the App Store, it stays there forever, even if the developer fixes that little problem, that tiny little problem that you had. So because of this, this fantastic company, Audio Damage, have decided to put all their apps up 3 times the price. So get it now while it's on sale. It's $2.99. This is a sale price. It's very cheap, very, very cheap. Jim says, I've bought it, played with it, have no idea what I'm doing. Awesome. Let's quickly cover some news over here at thebeatcommunity.com, which we look at now every day. 7 systems who released Trinity, which is a mastering app, have just updated this app with iPhone support. It's damn worth your time. If we go over here to the homepage, there's probably a story on this. You may see all this all over the internet. Waves. I don't think he's actually put on here yet, but the Waves plugins drama. I'm not going to cover it. They backpedaled. They changed they decided to take all their apps and turn them into a subscription, and the whole world went bonkers. Everything went upside down, and then last night they came around and went, we're reversing our decision. Because I think they were starting to realize they were going to face lawsuits because you just can't do that shit. Hello. Deep Gravity, what's going on? Deep Gravity, I've missed someone else here. Tremor Bear, hello to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this app we're looking at today is also available on PC and Mac. So here it is for $69. See how good it is to own iOS? $2.99 compared to $69, and it's the exact same app. No different. Nada. Zilch. Nothing. It's the exact same app. Beautiful stuff. So, but you can get this on your PC and your Mac. Not a problem if you so desire. Alrighty. Let's do this. Let's dive in and have a play with it. I'm going to start off over here in a place that we normally don't start on this channel. In GarageBand. G'day, I'm Pete Johns. What's going on, Copper? Welcome here. We got GarageBand. Yeah. Pete doesn't even talk like that. Anyway, so I just made this quick project by pressing a single button. So I don't even know what this is. It's probably some dancey kind of thing. But what we want to focus on is what this replicant can do to drums, mostly to drums. And I've got it on a few instruments here. So we'll just play it for a bit, but notice what starts happening to the drums. They will start glitching the fuck out. Okay, so you would have heard a lot of glitchy craziness happening there with the drums. Let's jump out of this project and jump over back into AUM, where we're going to have a look at what everything does in here. I don't have a project loaded, so this thing is damn serious stuff. Eye on the hunt. So let's load this up. I do have a session, but it's not really a session or anything. I've just got it running through today, Pure Acid and a couple of other things. So let's just kick off this Pure Acid. So we just got a normal beat happening here. I've got Pure Acid spread across two apps. I've split the bass and the drums. So if I bring in the bass, straight away, as soon as I introduce Replicant, you can hear what's going on with these drums. They are getting mangled, glitched, reducted, ring modded, divided, stuttered, delayed. If we turn it off, we're back to normal. Put it back on. It's funny, when you stop this thing, sometimes it keeps going, and it just keeps going and keeps making these sounds. I've experienced this while playing around with it. So let's talk about the controls on this, where everything is, and how to get this working really good for you. All right, so from the left to right up the top, we have our presets. Now in here, there's a designer preset. And when you click on that, you get, hey, look at all these presets. So many presets in here. They've been very, very generous with the presets. There you go. So that is the designer presets. Then we have our factory presets all down here. There you go. So if we click on a preset, then your user presets. So you've got a clean slate. If you ever want to go back and just zero everything out, you can go here to a clean slate or the default. The default is a setting. It's actually not like just a clean slate. It's a setting where the clean slate is absolutely zero. So there's a difference between the two of them. You can copy presets. So if you select one, you can copy to clipboard, paste from a clipboard, import presets from a zip, export a single preset, delete presets, save presets. You've got all that here once you click on this section here. We have a little effects panel which you can turn on and off. See that? So you can turn this on and off and just make the effects sit there by themselves so you can see what's going on with the slicer and the event effects if you want to get rid of this whole pretty picture. But how does this thing work? So it takes the input that is being put into this app, and whatever is being played, you will see a readout up here. And it takes certain points, certain slices of the input and glitches them the fuck out. So those points are decided by you by clicking on these little rectangles here. So as I click these rectangles, it means all of these selected parts will glitch when I play something through it, like this. Now, if I unselect them all, obviously, there's a little residue that comes through, and now it's back to clear, yeah? So we can put all these back. And glitch the hell out. You can decide on the amount of glitching that is going on. You have a size here. So when you turn up this size, you can see we're going from 1/28 to 1/64, 32, 16th, 18th, 4th, half, and 1-to-1. So this will decide how much of these controls here are being applied every time one of these steps is hit, right? So it's pretty easy to understand. So you are controlling what is happening here. You also have a randomization. So next to this size, if we put this up to like a 16th and turn up the randomization, that is going to randomize this controller here. There's a lot of randomization in this, and that's what glitching's all about, really. Lots of randomization. Underneath here we have repeats. This is how many times the glitching will repeat. If you pay attention to this effector down here, these are the 4 kinds of glitches that we have. If I turn up these repeats, you really see them react. Because we've got it set to 14 repeats, and shit can get crazy. Let's bring it down. We also have a randomization for this as well. Let's put it back up to 14. Okay. Let's stop it for a second. Let's talk about, we'll come back to this section here. Let's talk about the effector. These are the types of glitches that are being created within Replicant 3. So you've got a stutter, you've got a delay, you've got a reduct, which is almost like sample bit crushing, yeah? And we've got a ring modulator. So if we turn all these down to 0, they are now set to 0% of these will happen. So it runs by a percentage. So as I turn up the stutter, we're telling it I want 100% of the time the stutter to be activated from these controls that control every time you hit one of these. So if we hit play now, we should only be getting stutters coming through. Lots of nice stutter goodness. Let's turn that down. The next one is delays. So now you can hear every time it's hitting those points, instead of stuttering, it's giving you these stereo delays that are popping off. Yeah. Let's bring that down to 0. The third one is our reduct. So this is our bit crushes, sample rate. Hi, Joe Glenn. We'll turn off the reduct. We've also got a ring modulator. So there's your ring modulation. You can hear that. Boom, boom. Now what's beautiful is you can create a mixture of stuff here. So we can bring the stutter up to like 37%, the delays up to 44, the reduct to 27, and the rhythm modulator 62. So you never know what you're going to get. It's going to surprise you every time. I don't see one either, Jim. Not that I have seen. I don't think so. I haven't opened it as a standalone, so it could be in the standalone. We'll have a look. Okay. I love it. See how it still keeps going in the background? I've stopped it. And it's still got memories. Wicked. That is because of the reverse. So let's scoot back a step back over here. So we've got these modes as well underneath the repeats, and we were set to normal mode there, but you can go in here and change. So this applies to the size here. We can change to dotteds, quarters. Man, look at all these. We got quadruplets, quintuplets, sextuplets, septuplets, octuplets, and non-tuplets. Let's do a non-tuplet. That's going to get mental. We can choose to ignore it as well. We've got a little ignore button. So that's nice and fun. Plus down here, we have this scatter button. And this is for a reverse. So you would have heard in there, every now and again, you'll hear a reverse happening. So something getting reversed. And this is the scatter. So you can decide to have everything reversed, or you can scatter the reverses out. Also, you can randomize the all or the reverse. So now when we leave it at all, there's a hell of a lot of reversals happening here. Let's scatter it. Okay, we'll bring this back down again. Let's talk about this section here. Divisions, selected, and random. As I said, you can add more notes in more sections in here. Our divisions allows you to change the amount of divisions. So we're going from 16 steps all the way down to 3, which is cool. When you create uneven steps like a 7, we're actually starting to get almost like a Euclidean effect, or because it's counting 16 steps but only being across 7. It's all uneven and fun. Next here we have this selected. So 50%, you can decide how much of the effect affects the selected notes. Currently we've got 100%. So every time it hits one of these selected notes, it's going to run the effect. But if we turn this down to like 6%, it's only giving it a 6% chance of doing that. Plus, like everything else, we've got a random, so we can randomize the shit out of all this anyway. We have a manual selector here, and you'll notice when I clicked on this manual button, I'm just going to turn this down a little bit, the little selected notes change to 1, 2, 4, 8, 16th. What's cool about this is you can control these with your finger and decide live. by pressing on them. Or if you have a MIDI controller connected, you can do so with a keyboard. So I can control what notes I want selected live on the fly. Nice. Nice little addition there. Let's bring it back to its original default. Hi, Kim. Have I missed anyone else? Okay. We also have this mode over here. Now, this allows you to select 3 different ways. We've got a mix. So this is a mix of the original sound and the glitching. We also have a ducking mode here. So what this does is it plays the original sound and it ducks the effect underneath it. Like a side chain, if you will. And then we have a send, which is all just effect. So it removes all of the main drums. And now we've just got the raw effect that is happening here. You may want this to put like a different drum beat over the top like this and have just the effect of a different drum to really create some crazy stuff. We've got a decay here, so you can decide how much decay that effect has. The length of it, yeah, the tail of it. Let's come back to our beat. Okay, so all of these 4 types of effects here, these glitches, they have their own controls down here. So here is the stutter, the delay, the reduct, and the ring mod. So let's turn down everything. Now we've just got the stutter running at 100%. And we can go over here to our stutter and we can change the length that these notes run at. So the length within the note that the stutters will play. We can change the pitch of the stutters. So you can hear that hi-hat's hitting a different note. We can bring it down an entire octave or up an entire octave or somewhere in between. And we can change the division. So watch when I change the division here. Now we can get many stutters in here. Look at all those. So that is happening for each one of these. And it's actually changed the sound to a note. Pretty cool. Okay, let's turn down the stutter. Let's talk about the delay. Let's turn up the delay. And as soon as I turn that up, you can hear we've got a bouncing delay going on. We can change the time to a half, quarter, dotted. You've got all your usual time delays. Let's go really fast. We can change the color of the delay. So you can, when it's lower, it's a darker delay. When it's up higher, it's a brighter, more in-your-face delay. We can fuck around with the feedback where shit will get crazy. Always be careful with your feedback and even the level. So we can make it more subtle, bring in some feedback. Wicked. Let's jump over to our reduct, the effects for the reduct down here. Turn this up. So this is a sample destroyer, bit crusher. You'll hear the samples change. We can decide to change the bit rate. So it's one totally destroyed. And what's really cute, I think, is the way the text here is actually written all bit crushed like an old computer. Little things, man, little things. I love the little things like that. So there's your bit crusher, your reduct. The last one is our ring modulation. We can change the frequency of our ring modulation. And you can see it stretch out here. So we're getting a wider, higher frequency or a lower frequency. And the amount. And this little button is like a low range. It's like lo-fiing the shit out of it. Or changing the range of within. Okay, let's leave that effect on. And so you've got this other set of effects down here. Slice, effects. Here is your stereo panner. You can change the position of the panning. So now all the effects should be coming over in your right ear if you got headphones on. Predominantly, you've got a width, so you can stretch that sound out. You can see by these little dots representing here, the wider I turn this up, the wider the stretch. And you have a speed. And what's really interesting with this too, see, we've got our position on the left. If we turn our speed all the way to the right, you'll start to get a really interesting bounce back between them. And we go the opposite way. All right, so the next one's our envelopes. We have 3 envelopes here, and really good for if you're putting pad sounds through here, so you can really turn that attack all the way down so the effect is sliding in instead of being a solid hit. But we're using drums, so of course the length that it's going to play and the release. So 3 ADSL, and you've got a high pass and low pass filter to wrap everything out. So the cool thing is also all of this, all these knobs here, they can be automated with an LFO. So you can get really dirty and funky because all the parameters are open down here, and you could put an LFO on a shitload of these things and get them all doing even more crazy stuff. There's a lot of depth to this thing, and it's probably a little bit confusing to look at first. Took me a little while to wrap my head around where everything was. It is a little bit different than Replicant 2 from stuff. I don't have Replicant 2, but I've watched lots of videos on it. So it has a few extra things on top. The interface is a little bit more compact and straightforward, I guess. So let's throw it on. Let's go through some presets as well. We'll just set this back to a default. Let's add it to some other stuff. Let's throw it on some bass. Good to know, Jim. Whoa, man, you get so many weird sounds coming out of this thing. It constantly surprises you, especially if you change up. If you're changing up your your divisions. Sorry, your length, sorry. Thanks, Jim. You rock, man. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. All right, let's mute those suckers because I want to run it through a little bit of loop mix. We've got some loop mix here. So this is really simple. Let's quickly add a MIDI channel. I'm in the wrong section. What do we want to add this to? Let's make this full screen. We've got here the delays. So we've got a time delay here. See if we can find that. Delay time. Now first what we want to do is go up here and connect our little LFO from Rosetta. Then we'll find this, what was it, delay time. We'll make this 15, I guess, is the, I think that's the standard in. And you'll see now we have automation happening with this time. Stretching back and forward. Because we have an LFO connected over here. On CC15, we can decide to make this a slower. So all the parameters are open, so you can get absolutely filthy with this. Let's try using CC13 to mess around with the we'll mess around with the pitch, the stutter pitch. Stutter pitch. And we'll add this to, what was it, 13? So now our pitch is happening. So let's give it some more stutter. And we can even go in here and we can even add an LFO to these filters as well. What was the other one? 17. So what is this? We've got a high pass filter. Let's go in here, find our high pass filter. You can get all of this just animating the fuck out of it. I can't even find where the high pass filter is. Filter, high pass filter, resonance, frequency. There we go. We've got our high pass filter animating now. Wicked. Totally randomize the shit out of it. Wicked stuff. So now we've got both of these. This is loop mix, giving us a topper and mayhem over here. Let's bring some bass back in. Man, that is crazy stuff. So just so you know, this doesn't have to be just used with drums, yeah? You can create some really interesting things just using like sounds. Let's just show you kind of what it does with something like AU Gen X, which just generates a tone. That's all. There we go. We just got a basic tone going here. We'll throw in a bit of white noise. I'll turn that down for a sec while we get this going. And you'll just hear what's actually happening. So just from a simple tone and some white noise, yeah, you can use it on a synth, use it on a pad. What's really cool is if you're using it on a pad, you can really get in here and change these envelopes out and give them a long attack. Let's take out this white noise. So yes, yesterday we looked at the amazing, the incomparable Glitchscaper. And boy, does it sound great in Glitchscaper. So there, you can kind of hear what's going on with this. Just using a tone. Think outside the box, yeah? Let's add some reduct in there. All right. This is our glitchscaper from yesterday. A nice drone. So if we stretch out this envelope, should get some. Really interesting stuff. Let's take this out of the mix. Let's turn this reverse scatter to all. So really good for dirtying up soundscapes, creating errors, issues. I love the tails, man, when you stop it. Wicked stuff. I think it's super, super cool. Lots of applications to use it for. We'll go out today with this. So this last little thing I made is from another project was I've just got Hammerhead in here and I've put an example of Replicant on every individual part of the kit. So if we turn all this down and introduce everything in, then we'll shoot you over. We've got 5 minutes left, guys. Thomas Christ is up next with You Rock, which he's playing your music live. Hang on, that sounds like another TV program on YouTube, Your Music Live. Where have I heard that before? But Thomas is up next. I'll automatically dump you over to his show. If you, Tom will put the link in as well. Let's hit play. So we just got a kick here. So you can use this across individual parts of the kit as well. And start to build And the way to use it is now we're on a kick. We want to make sure our snare, that these snares are the ones that are getting hit to accent. So this one's a kicks. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's bring in the next instrument. So as I said, there's a crap ton of presets for you to start with, end with, and you also get version 2. So you get Replicant 2's presets as well in here, yeah? Which is nice. So we're running this, a different effect on every part of this kit. It's an absolute steal at $2.99 currently on the App Store. It will go up. I'm not sure exactly the time frame. I think they said 2 weeks intro. Maybe it says it on the App Store here. Replicant 3, it doesn't even say. But it is an introductory price, and I'm not sure how long it's going to be. So as I said, if this is something you're interested in, get it now, because it's going to go up to, what, $12, something like that. Save your pennies, and then you can buy something else. Or not, or go treat yourself to an ice cream. Or don't buy any apps, because apps aren't Pokemon, man. You know, you don't need to collect them all. Just the ones that help you make good music. That is all. Yeah, it's important to remember that. You can have gas if you want as well too, and buy them all. It's up to you. Awesome. All right, so Thomas Christ is up next. Let me let you know what's going on tomorrow on the channel. It is our interview with Dan Ekberg is happening tomorrow. There it is. Dan's coming on the show. Talk about his music, how he got into music, all the usual stuff, the usual interview that we do on this show. So hopefully you can come and join us for that and find out more about Dan Ekberg, listen to his music, just hang out, yeah? That is happening tomorrow. And I'm not sure what's happening on the weekend. Follow the channel to find out what's happening for a very special April Fool's Day opening hour. That's all I'll say about that. Don't be a fool. Alrighty. See you later, guys. I'll send you over to Thomas. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And I've got to close that window. We'll all rise together. Bye.
We'll all rise together, 'cause you make me shine better, and we'll all rise together. You make me shine better.